Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Through the Years. In the last episode we arrived here in Cerulean City and we took out our rival fight, and in today's episode we're going to go through Nugget Bridge, which I think should be 5 trainers, and after that we get an opportunity to either get a Charmander or get a wild encounter. I'm hoping for the Charmander. I think the Charmander will be level 5 or level 10. And of course the Charmander is going to be randomized into God knows what. So it's a guaranteed capture, which is why I prefer it, but if worse comes to worse we can still potentially problematic this. I am leading with Snaz just because it's the lowest level Pokemon I had. I did think about leveling it up between episodes, but I don't think I'm going, oh my god, that does nothing. Let's switch out. Let's see. Chansey is the more... special defense isn't the thing. So, what is Chansey's thing in this game? I know what Chansey's thing is going to be. It's going to be dying to the highest level Pokemon I have. Destroyer. Which, funnily enough, is actually a Destroyer right now, because it's the most powerful thing I have. Yeah, that does a lot. Wow. Okay, a critical hit. That might have actually mattered. Anyway, so I want to complain. Not complain. Let's stay in. I want to talk to you guys about something. Because it's 1 PM as I'm recording this. Actually, it's 1:30. It's 1:30 PM. I just saw the 1 and I'm like, okay. It's 1:30 PM. And I just had breakfast because it's the day after Christmas. And I did a lot of sleeping. So I just woke up at 11:30-ish. And then I went to get some breakfast and I saw I had no bacon in the fridge anymore. And I wanted bacon with eggs because I had a lot of eggs, because I bought eggs to put them on my burgers I had for it's really pathetic this. For my Christmas dinner I had hamburgers. Why would you ever have hamburgers for your Christmas dinner? That is because I am not stupid. I don't have any, I don't really mind Christmas. I don't really care too much for it. But the days after Christmas, all the leftover food in all the grocery stores is so heavily discounted. So my Christmas dinner happens the day after Christmas, and when Christmas is fully done. So I had burgers for my Christmas dinner, on my dinner on Christmas, and I like to put a fried egg on it because I don't know, is that a thing people do around the world, or is it just specifically a European thing? It might even be specifically a British thing, because I don't even think people generally do that around here in the Netherlands. But I picked it up some years ago when I had a burger in London, and I was like, this is an amazing idea. And ever since then, when I make burgers myself, I get some eggs, just put a fried egg on top of it. Not on top of the bun, but just between the burger and the bun. It's amazing. So what I do is usually with a burger, I'll have a bun, bacon, burger, cheese, bacon, and fried egg. Maybe some lettuce in there somewhere. It's usually my default burger, and sometimes I sauce. I usually put the sauce on the bun, on the bottom bun, which might be very sacrilegious now that I'm thinking about it, because I think usually people prefer the sauce. Let's go into Naga. The sauce on top, but it just gets everywhere, and it's just, if you're making your own burgers, try putting the sauce you want to have on your burger on the bottom bun under the burger. It's the structural integrity of your burger is gonna go up 5 points on a 10-point scale. It's a lot better. Anyway, so the thing I wanted to talk about. is I didn't have any bacon at home anymore because I used all of it for the burgers themselves. So I want to get some new bacon because I wanted bacon with my breakfast as well. And it's the 26th today, so it was fairly busy in the grocery store for a normal weekday, I would say. But it's not a normal weekday, it's the 26th, which here is actually still part of Christmas. I know the majority of like places around the world, Christmas is literally like the 24th is Christmas Eve, and then the 25th is Christmas. I know we like just added a second day to Christmas, the 26th, still Christmas. So I'm saying it's the day after Christmas. For normal people, it's the day after Christmas. For Dutch people, it's second Christmas day. So it was surprisingly busy, and all the normal bacon, the bacon I usually get, was gone. So I needed to get some like not as good bacon. And there still were two kinds of packaging. The very, very cheap ones, which I think it's like 135 euros for like 200 grams of bacon. But it's in discs. And I don't even know how you get bacon in like a disc form. How do you even do that? That is... I can't imagine how you get that. Because bacon is just like... It's sliced... It's supposed to be in stripes, not in circles. I don't know. I don't trust it. I got it though. Because number one, it's cheaper. But the other thing is... the other package was the same kind, but it was just like the more expensive version, so probably like more actual meat. And I should probably be paying a little bit more attention. And that one was like €2.05 for like 100 and some grams. So it's a lot more expensive. It's like 50% more expensive on like a service level, and then you also get half as much. So it's about 3 times as expensive. I don't know, let's go into Naga. But then I looked at like, because it has a sticker on it with the normal price, as a lot of like meat products do. I don't know, maybe again this is like a specifically very European way of doing it. Because I've never been to America, and I know you guys do a lot of things a lot differently, so I wouldn't... And your grocery stores in general are like fairly different from the way we do things here. But yeah, usually on the packaging for meat, there is a sticker with the price on it, because it has a price per kilogram, and there's always going to be a little variance in how much is in a package, just because sometimes a slice is a little bit heavier or a little bit lighter than another slice. Just that happens. So what they do is they have a price per kilogram, and then they weigh it, and then they calculate, okay, so this packaging is going to cost this much. So it was about 2, and it also says on the packaging how many grams of meat are in the package. So this one was €2.05, but then also you have little labels under the shelves, right? For normal products, just that says how much it costs. Like if I'm going to buy a cake, which I actually did because I was like, I want a cake. Let's buy a cake. Or like some candy or some... Actually, I've got the bag here. The things I bought. Look, I don't celebrate Christmas in like a traditional sense just because... I don't know. My family doesn't really do that, and Christmas is kind of a family thing. My mum likes to just do her own thing, and my dad is a cook, so he has to work on Christmas. And then my brothers, I honestly don't know what they did with Christmas. I don't really care, to be honest. But I do like, I mean, like, it's Christmas. I don't celebrate it. but it's an excuse to like buy a lot of unhealthy things. It's pretty much what it comes down to here. So I got like a bag of potato chips. I probably should put the bread in the freezer. I got a huge thing of like chocolate. I don't know what, it's chocolate with biscuits in it and some kind of cream stuff as well. It looks really, really good. And it's not that expensive, all things considered. But yeah, something like this on the shelves, it would have a price beneath it, right? Because this is always going to be the same price. No matter which packaging you get, it's always going to be the same price. In this case, I think it was like $2.50. So, in the refrigerated section of the store, they also have that for some reason. I don't know why. Some kinds of products still like vary in weight in grams, and they just take that and they just give an average price, and then you pay that for every single packaging. But that's usually only the cheaper variations. I didn't see where you're gonna go into a dugong. This is probably the best thing to be in with against a dugong. So my point being is the thing that was the more luxurious bacon I wanted to buy. They have both. It had both. It had a sticker on it which said, I think, like €2 and something, 5 cents, I think it said. And then the price tag underneath it said €20. Like, I'm sorry, what? And it's not a digital one either. It's not like there was a glitch in the system where the thing was just registered wrongly. And it was not the only one that had a ridiculous pricing. I'm like, oh, but the 20 kilograms, surely that's the price per kilogram. And that kind of like makes sense because it's €2 for about 100 grams. So it's about €20 for a kilogram. That makes sense. And then I looked closer at the tag, and there was also a price per kilogram, which is required by law to put on, I think, all products in the grocery store. Put a price per kilogram. Even if it's something like, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if every single kind of product is required to have it. I think it is, because for cereal, for instance, there's an example that I know that I've compared these things for. Sometimes you're like at the cereal shelves, and then you're like, okay, this one is €5, and it's very expensive cereal if you're spending €5 on it, but let's just say that. But this one is €3. But this one is also like only half the size of that one, so this is like, sometimes it seems to be cheaper, but at the end of the day it's more expensive, or the other way around. And to protect consumers from that, there is a price per kilogram. So if you're trying to be efficient with your pricing and how much money you spend, they're required to put that information in there. So the price per kilogram was also on this tag because, again, it's required by law to be there. And let's go into Destroyer. And the price per kilogram for this bacon was €200 per kilogram, which is stupid insane. And some part of me wanted to pick that packaging just to see at the checkout how much they were going to charge me for it. Is Hypnosis a ghost type move in this generation? Huh. Okay. I didn't at the end of the day because I was like, okay, so they might charge me like a ridiculous amount for this bacon, and I don't want to have to deal with that. And besides, even if they charge normal price, I'm gonna run out of this bacon like today because I want to use it for breakfast, I want to use it for dinner, and I will only like 6 slices in that, so I would have run out like very, very quickly. And the packaging I have now has like 10 or 12 slices in it, which are circular, which still bothers me because bacon shouldn't be circular. That just doesn't make any sense to my human brain. So I just got that one, and then a lot of like candy and other junk food stuff because, hey, it's Christmas, why not? And I'm very irresponsible with money. So Go figure. In the meantime, we have managed to get through the entirety of Nugget Bridge, except the very last trainer, without any casualties so far, and I have been able to actually use it to level up SNES a little bit. Have we learned any new moves yet? No, of course not. But surely it's not going to take that long anymore. And then after next episode, we're going to have a ground type move on our team as well in Dig, which is... I mean, it's not Earthquake. It's not Earthquake. It's not Earthquake. Just in case you haven't heard me say it before, Dig, in fact, is not Earthquake. But it's still pretty good. Yeah, it takes 2 turns, but that only really matters if your opponent has Earthquake, which most Pokemon won't. And it's less powerful, so, like, from a net damage perspective, yes, it's significantly worse. But combine that with something like a burn from, I don't know, from Amber, or toxic poison, especially, it being 2 turns actually isn't that bad of a thing. And this is actually the perfect battle for SNES to, if this Diglett has Earthquake, I'm gonna be upset. It might have Magnitude. It probably has Magnitude now that I think about it. We'll never know. Okay, that's very good for me. And that is SNES at level 15. So SNES is right about the same level as the rest of my team now and didn't even get damaged in this fight against Rocket Wind. We also have a Nugget now, which means that our money troubles are going to be more or less over for the time being. So you give me the Charmander, I think. And TM45. What is TM45? Is it something useful for me? Thunder Wave. Might not be useless from the perspective of catching Pokemon. I'm not good at raising Pokemon. I should release my Charmander because I haven't raised it well. If you promise me you'll take care for it, it's yours. Vlogger got it. Arbok. If we didn't have a Pokemon called Slytherin in the Showdown scoreboard at the moment, of course this thing would have been called Slytherin. I don't really know any other snake references though, is the thing. There's not a lot of snakes I can reference there. Is there? And the reason Slytherin is called Slytherin in the Showdown scoreboard is because Heliolisk is partly based on a basilisk, which then that relates back to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I'm going to call you Wombo. Why, you might ask? I have no idea. Wombo sounds like a... Isn't that the thing... Isn't it something from SpongeBob? I think that is what Patrick says with like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy when they like when SpongeBob steals the bell which makes everybody shrink. Patrick is like, oh, that's because it's M for miniature and then we turn it around to a W for Wombo. That might be like a Dutch translation kind of thing. Also, let me look up because I do sense like a very small hiccup here in the frame rate, so that might actually mean that this is officially a different route from the one we got Charmander on, in which case we can capture another Pokemon here. So I'm going to look that up real quickly. So it does seem like these are different routes. This Nugget Bridge officially is Route 25 and does have some grass and then, oh, a trainer. And some water, and then going to the right there, it actually turns into Route 25. So we do have another opportunity to catch yet another Pokemon there, which is more than I expected to be catching this episode. So that's very much a good thing, but I still want to do the entirety of Route 25 as well this episode, because I want to do the gym next episode. And to do the gym next episode, I'm gonna need to do some grinding, which means that my recording is all fucked up because I wanted to record 2 episodes back to back, and I'm now starting to realize that that's not gonna happen. Because I need to like decide on what Pokemon to bring, because I'm gonna have, potentially I'm gonna have 7 Pokemon. I could very well just have 6 Pokemon. And I don't even know what level Arbok is. Arbok might be level 5, in which case I'm in for a bit of trouble. Because grinding a level 5 Pokemon, don't know if you noticed, probably isn't going to be a lot of fun. Because it's only going to be switch training against wild Pokemon, which isn't very good. Let's look at Wombo, though. I like the name Wombo. It's level 10, and it has a Wrap, Leer, and Poison Sting. From a coverage perspective, I think having a poison type on the team actually might not be a bad thing, because we don't really have anything. We have something to do with grass types. Never mind, I'm stupid. We have Destroyer. Okay, so our first encounter for Route 25, and our capture for this route is going to... Almost made a potential mistake there. I didn't look at how many Pokeballs we had. And that wouldn't be the first time I make that mistake of going into my encounter for a route and only having like 1 Pokeball and then wasting it. So let's go to the Pokemart, because we just got a significant amount of money, I would dare say. We defeated 5 trainers, and we of course do have the nugget. So let's first and foremost sell that nugget. Actually, we have 4,000 Poké Dollars. If we, it's not going to matter either way, by the way. I was going to say, if we like die, we're going to lose a lot of money. But if we die, we die. So might as well just sell the nugget. Go up to about 10,000 Poké Dollars and hope that you sell Great Balls. You do not. Let's buy 10 Pokeballs in that case. That brings me up to 15. And then let's also buy 10 potions. Just so that I have enough potions for the time being. Because that, more so than anything else, has been the reason I lost most of my Nuzlocke lately. Is me not taking care of having a bag full of items. And not just to spam items, but sometimes you just need to heal up something after a battle. Before the next battle. And because you can't do that, you make decisions which lead to things getting more damaged, and then everything is damaged, and because of that everything dies. While if you could just heal up the Pokemon that was damaged in the first place, you wouldn't have any problems, and everybody would just be alive, and that wouldn't come back to bite you in the butt like 2 gyms later, when you fight a Landorus. Purely hypothetical, of course. Purely hypothetical. Okay, so our encounter for Route 25 is going to be a Hypno. This might be the moment I put Naga to the side. This might be the moment to put Naga to the side. Because I'll still have a Psychic type Pokemon. I'll still have a Water type Pokemon. They'll split into 2 different Pokemon. But I think they might both individually be better than Slowbro. They might not be. Also, this one can put people to sleep, which is very good for multiple different reasons. Because, number 1, sleep is very good in this generation, especially when you use it yourself, and especially if you outspeed, because waking up takes up an entire turn. You can't attack when you wake up. And then also because catching new Pokemon is going to be... Okay, I woke up very... This is exactly the reason that... Wait a second. I woke up the same turn I was put to sleep? That's possible? Sometimes it just doesn't work, apparently. It has nothing to do with typing. That is crazy. I'm just gonna throw a ball at you and hope that you stay, because I'm not dealing any fucking damage. Yeah, I didn't think you would. Yeah, I think if Hypno might be better for my team at the moment. It might not be able to take as many hits, which is a bit of a downside, but I think we'll be fine. I probably should switch out SNES as well, because otherwise my entire strategy of getting rid of Naga... Actually, Naga is a perfect counter here, because you can't hit Naga with anything. Try to put me to sleep. I dare you, bitch. So, I don't know that we are going to do Route 25 this episode, because we're pretty much at the end of the episode after catching this thing. So I'm probably going to do Route 25 next episode, and then the gym the episode after that. We're not being very quick with this series so far, but at least we caught the Hypno, which is the Hypnosis Pokemon, which makes perfect sense. And what are we going to call you? I mean, there's a lot of like very like not okay jokes you can make here. I don't know which one to make. I don't really want to make any of like those kinds of jokes is the thing. Also, we have both an axe and a multiplication sign for some reason. I mean, they look different. They definitely are different. No. Well, they are. This one has like 8 more pixels. I'm going to call you what am I going to call you? I'm going to be right back when I have a name for this dude. It's the most creative name ever. He's going to be called Zeus. I could have called him Zeus. That would have probably been a better name, wouldn't it? Wouldn't make any goddamn sense, but it sounds like Zeus, but it's actually like a name. Yeah, Zeus because it's a Pokemon that's known to put people to sleep. And also, it's pretty much the Pokemon that is themed around the move Dream Eater, I want to say. I mean, Gengar kind of is as well. But I think it's more so like the Drowsy and Hypno lines thing. So we're going to not release anything. Deposit Naga in the box. For the time being, at least. And then we're going to withdraw Z's. Actually, let's check both those stats, because they're right about the same level. And Pokemon don't get healed when they're in the box in Gen 1? Huh. Your special stat is 47, and your moveset we can deal with. And then your special stat is just 40. So, being one level lower, Z's already has a better special stat. And it's not like Naga has particularly like gotten better moves. And I know I said I wanted to use the Water Pulse TM on Naga, but I can use that one on SNES. That's no issue whatsoever. So we're going to end of this episode right here today. Next episode we're going to go through Route 25 and save Bill from his own creations. And we finally have a full team. And then after next episode, I'm going to grind for the gym battle coming up against Misty, at which point we'll get 2 TMs which we can use immediately. One from Misty herself and one from like the house you use to exit the city, which is real weird, by the way. This entire city doesn't have any like connection to any other town other than going through Mount Moon first. Other than that one house. Everybody leaving this city has to go through that house. And people live in the house. It's real weird. Anyway, I'll see you all back next time. Bye.